Leimbach is a producer, curator and artist. She has developed and managed innovative, high-quality arts projects and programs for large-scale outdoor festival settings in Australia, America, Indonesia and the UK. 01 Biennale San Jose, Burning Man Festival and the Sydney Laneway projects. So Carli's now a producer for Splendid, and we're going to hear about how that works. Thank you, Carli.
Hello, I would like to say a big thank you to all the organisers of Junction 2010. It's been a treat to be on the receiving end of such a well-organised and considered conference and festival, so thank you. I wanted to tell the story of Splendid and how it has used digital media, largely social media, to encourage new forms of audience engagement, sponsorship and documentation. 18 months ago, I was invited to create an arts program that would excite, challenge and engage an audience of 30,000 at Splendour in the Grass Festival. Birthed in Byron Bay and now based in Woodford, Queensland, Splendour in the Grass is one of the largest and biggest, most popular music events in the country. Funded by the Australian Council for the Arts, Oh Yeah initiative, Opportunities for Young and Emerging Artists, and Splendour in the Grass, this national program was designed for artists 18 to 30 to make interdisciplinary artwork and performance. Based at Lismore Regional Gallery, a very small gallery in a medium-sized town, a call-out was sent across the country via the website, e-news and editorial in search of talented and fearless emerging artists to take part in the residential arts lab. 10 artists were selected and joined by 10 established artists, which we called provocateurs. The artists came from multiple art forms, including architecture, dance, new media, theatre, textiles, sculpture and community arts. The purpose of the lab was to instigate possible collaborations and possible projects viewed within the context of a site-specific music festival. The environment was highly responsive and contingent on nurturing a supportive space for artists and provocateurs to share, exchange and challenge each other. Structurally, the Arts Lab encompassed several strands of activities, including skills-based development sessions, conceptual development and process-based workshops. The provocateur's role, in this case Craig Walsh, was to work closely with the artists, supervising a project for exhibition at Splendour in the Grass Festival. Making artwork for a festival environment is very different from making art for a white-walled gallery space. The scale of the site, the lack of built infrastructure, the competitive sonic environment, the roving nature of the crowds, OH&S, public liability, wet weather, all present particular challenges for creating artworks in this context. This is a mud map of the festival site for 2010, a lot of which gets built in 3 weeks and becomes a mini-city. The Arts Lab included a visit to the festival site during pre-production and a ticket to attend the 3-day festival to experience the environment firsthand as a festival punter. This experience allowed the artists to analyse the site day and night and get to know the crowds, largely 18 to 24 years old. At the end of the 2 weeks, the artists pitched an idea to the group for feedback. The idea was then further developed across an online mentoring phase for 6 months before being presented for final commissioning. All of this was being run out of a small regional gallery office. Through the central hub of program interface, the Splendid website and related social media has been able to develop a national presence and attract a highly skilled team. Our web design agency, Icon, is based in Melbourne, our publicist in Sydney, our blogger in Perth, our marketing intern in Brisbane, and filmmaker in Byron Bay. The whole process from beginning to end was filmed by Splendid TV in an effort to share the experience to a broader public. Episodes were designed to feature some of the key components of Splendid, including cross-art form collaboration, our partnership with Splendour, being on residence in Lismore, and the role of provocateur, all of which you can view on our website. The blog was also helped in sharing the experience of the lab to other emerging artists, users of visual arts diary or digital scrapbook. It soon became a record of ideas, images, inspirations and experiences. We also used a Twitter site, Flickr, and the artist also adapted their own individual project blogs, which are now enabled interstate collaboration to continue. The Facebook page allowed and collected hundreds of friends and gave media attention, generating conversation and anticipation across the making of the 24-metre staircase and sundial. This experience and the dynamic documentation of the process makes an impressive package to showcase internationally. My vision for Splendid is to develop a strategy and over time implement a platform to tour artwork globally to other music festivals. I have learned that artwork at music festival provides a significant contribution to audience experience. This is important for festivals' ongoing success in a competitive market, increasingly saturated by new entrants. Splendid has adopted an open space approach in which artists are encouraged to organise, promote and help find financial and in-kind support for their collaborative projects and feed into the larger rock and roll machine. I wanted to end with this screen grab of Carl Strass's Facebook group, We Want Carl's Hand at Meredith 2010, a group that was set up by one of Carl's friends and a couple of weeks ago to convince the promoters of Meredith Music Festival to recommission his 14-metre inflatable hand, the generative power of opposites, for their festival in December. It is a splendid example of how user-generated media can help to bridge community, arts and technology, and how we, working in remote regional areas, can get our projects out to the larger world.